The city's humidity clung to Daniel like a second skin, a thick, suffocating blanket that did little to mask the nervous sweat beading on his brow. He navigated the labyrinthine streets, his senses on high alert, each step calculated. Tonight, the line between hunter and hunted would blur. Fractured memories flickered in his mind, a younger Daniel, wide-eyed and terrified, ripped from his family by Marcus the Viper Vaughn, the ruthless leader of the Ebony Suns gang. Years of brutal training under Marcus had transformed Daniel from a boy into a lethal weapon, his soul etched with the scars of violence, a constant reminder of the price of survival. As Daniel neared his target, Senator Crawford, a charismatic politician with a dark underbelly of shady dealings with rival gangs, a cold thrill danced down his spine. Yet, beneath the practiced assassin's mask, a flicker of doubt ignited. Was this just another hit, or was there more to Crawford? Suddenly, a woman's scream pierces the night. A young girl, no older than 8, with terrified eyes the color of melted chocolate, stumbles out of a nearby alley. The script changes. Daniel, his training warring with an unexpected surge of humanity, throws himself between the girl and the senator's retreating security detail. A hail of gunfire erupts. In the smoky aftermath, Daniel cradles the wounded girl, adrenaline coursing through his veins. Crawford has vanished, leaving Daniel with a choice he never anticipated. Follow orders and disappear into the night, a ghost in the urban jungle, or rewrite the script and protect the one life he's unintentionally saved. Torn, Daniel makes a desperate gamble. Clutching the whimpering girl, he flees into the neon-drenched labyrinth, the city lights blurring into a kaleidoscope of confusion. He's no longer just an assassin, but a protector, bound by an unexpected blood tie forged in the chaos. The line between hunter and hunted has shattered, and Daniel is on the run, not just from the Ebony Suns, but from a past threatening to consume him. News of the botched assassination and the missing girl explodes across Lagos. The city simmers with tension as the Ebony Suns launch a brutal manhunt. Daniel, stripped of his usual anonymity, becomes a hunted animal, forced to rely on his own instincts and fading memories of a life before the gang. The girl, named Amoka, clings to him with a fierce trust that both terrifies and motivates him. He can't abandon her, but how can he protect a child in a world where loyalty is a luxury and violence the currency of survival? As Daniel delves deeper into Senator Crawford's web of deceit, he uncovers a connection between the politician and the Ebony Suns that runs deeper than anyone suspected. The assassination wasn't just about eliminating a rival, it was about silencing someone who knew too much. Now, Daniel isn't just a rogue assassin, but a pawn in a larger, more dangerous game. He has to navigate a treacherous landscape of political corruption, gang warfare, and his own buried past, all while keeping Amoka safe. The humid Lagos air becomes a living entity, pressing in on him, a constant reminder of the city's unforgiving nature. Each bustling street corner, each shadowed alleyway, becomes a potential battlefield. Daniel, haunted by the ghost of his past and burdened by the weight of his newfound responsibility, must forge a new path. He's not just fighting for survival anymore, he's fighting for redemption, for a chance to break free from the blood ties that bind him and create a future for himself and Amoka, a future bathed in the fragile hope of a life beyond the darkness. Amoka's wide, terrified eyes mirrored Daniel's own inner turmoil. Her arrival was a living echo of the innocent life he'd sacrificed, a painful reminder of a past he'd buried deep. Her words, laced with a child's unwavering faith, chipped away at the walls Daniel had built around his heart. As she spoke of a family, of a life before the Ebony Suns, memories flooded back, vivid and agonizing. Gone were the sterile training rooms and the cold commands of Marcus the Viper Vaughn. Instead, a kaleidoscope of warmth and laughter filled Daniel's mind. He saw the familiar faces of his parents, the playful banter with his siblings, the simple joy of a home filled with love. But these joyous flashbacks were punctuated by a scene of brutal violence, the day the Ebony Suns ripped him away, leaving behind a gaping wound in his soul. Amoka's words, however, weren't just a painful reminder, they were a spark of hope. She spoke of a hidden file, a record of his kidnapping, a document that could be the key to unraveling the truth and, perhaps, finding a path towards redemption. But the file was locked away in the Ebony Suns headquarters, a place guarded by ghosts and bullets. Torn between the loyalty drilled into him for years and this burgeoning sense of responsibility for Amoka, Daniel hatches a daring plan. He'll infiltrate the Ebony Suns' stronghold, not as a rogue assassin, but as a ghost from their past, a phantom seeking answers. The infiltration is a desperate gamble. Daniel, disguised and relying on forgotten skills, navigates the labyrinthine headquarters, every shadow a potential enemy. He dodges patrolling guards, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. Memories, both pleasant and harrowing, surface unbidden, blurring the lines between reality and the ghost of his past. Finally, he reaches the vault, a steel fortress protecting the Ebony Suns' secrets. But before he can access the file, a familiar voice slices through the tension. Marcus Vaughn stands before him, a cruel smile twisting his lips. It's a face-off years in the making, a confrontation fueled by vengeance and a desperate plea for redemption. Daniel must confront not just his past but also the man who molded him into a weapon. The ensuing fight is a brutal ballet of violence and repressed emotions. Each blow carries the weight of a stolen childhood and a yearning for a life denied. Just when it seems Daniel might be overwhelmed, Amoka's voice, a tiny spark of defiance in the darkness, reaches him through a hidden earpiece. It's a reminder of his newfound purpose, the fragile hope that fuels his every move. With a surge of renewed strength, Daniel overpowers Marcus, retrieving the file before vanishing back into the night. Escaping with the file is only half the battle. Now, Daniel must decipher its contents, a truth that could expose the Ebony Suns' deepest secrets and put both Amoka and himself in even greater danger. But for the first time, Daniel isn't just fighting for survival, he's fighting for a chance to rewrite his own history, to break free from the shadows of the past and forge a future bathed in the light of redemption.
Watch out for next episode.